Later on in the night, when the crowds have gone, we could talk under moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. This is your nurse Harold again, back for another video. So in my previous vlog, I mentioned about how we are coping as a family, knowing the fact that we are both full-time. So sa mga nagtanaw, thank you so much, and I hope you learned something about on that video. But the key point of that is really fixed scheduling, but at least you can adjust both. Video I also mentioned about UK as being an expensive country to live in. I'm gonna clarify something about that one. So that idea will depend actually on which location you are. The general idea is the more you're living closer to the city, the more na mas dako imong cost of living for a few reasons. In our case, we are living in Kingston, and Kingston is part of London, so basically mahal gid siya. And there are many reasons why, and in this video, that is what I'm going to share. So mahal ang London for a few reasons. Number one is ang rent. So the rent in London is expensive, or more expensive compared to the other cities in the UK. I think mainly for the reason na it's a big city, it's a major city, so naanatanan comfort like transportation, leisure, activities, tourist spots. So medyo mahal gid siya. So in our case, medyo mahal siya kay we are living close to the hospital. So literally just across the hospital is our flat. So among gibayaran diri is around £1,100 a month without the bills, and then this is expected to increase. Like us, nakadawat may email karon na the rent would increase to 4.5, so it might be the same for all the properties around. Now the second expense na that will add to your rent is your council tax. We're in Kingston, so medyo mahal po siya, but this council tax is being used to provide services as well in the community, like in the borough where we live in. So for example, garbage collection and improvements of the roads, mo na siya ang council tax. Now in our case, our council tax is around £180 a month, and you have to pay it for 10 months in a year. So kamo na bala calculate. So if you have 1,100 for the rent plus 180, so more or less ang among payment for the council tax and the rent will be around roughly £1,300. Another bill that you have to pay is of course your electricity. Now it's variable because it does increase and it does decrease, or it's just maintained. But normally in a winter time, we expect na mo taas gid siya kay, because you'll be using heating to keep yourself warm in cold winter nights. So in our case, we're paying a fixed rate which is around £150 per month. But then again, this is variable when it comes to what season of the year. The fourth one is your internet. So you can have your handset, you can have it on your phone, or you can also install a Wi-Fi in your property. Now there are many providers here in the UK, and they're having competitions on themselves, so it will depend which company you will choose or provider you will choose. For us, we're paying around £32 for that one. Comes your groceries. So groceries is it's also a bit expensive, especially for a family like us, because we have to pay for the baby supplies as well. So for the meantime, we're allocating around £80 per week on our groceries. But this is also sometimes variable because na may mga items na among gipalit on that specific week na pwede siya mo last for a long time, like bin liners, soap, laundry soap, dishwasher. So it will last for a couple more days. So in our next grocery, ang amo lang focus is kanang mga main items lang, like meat, poultry, and then bugas, rice is life. So yeah, so in between that one. Transportation wise, in our case, we don't pay much because we live across the hospital and our flat is also quite close to the town, so pwede na siya malakaw. But if you are riding a bus, taking a bus, I think it's around 1.75 pounds. Pero there is a cut-off which I will have a look para ma-share na ko ninyo, or I can just add it on the comment section on this video. I'm telling you now is the expenses that we are paying as a family. Some people in the UK, they came in as groups or what they call cohort, especially if you are nurses, by batch. So some people, they will, of course, you will meet friends along the way when you go for your training and preparation for your OSCE. So some of the people, they do what we call a house sharing. So that means, depending on how many beds in the house, they will divide it to the number of people staying. So makalas ka in a way because you will be splitting all these bills that I mentioned. Or maybe you can pay for your own grocery, but more or less the rent, the electric bill, the water, the Wi-Fi, you can split it. In my opinion, I think the monthly or the standard monthly fee for the rent if you are house sharing is around 700 to 800 pounds. Ang rent lang na siya panay labot ang imuhang other bills. Yeah, that's it guys. I hope this video helps. For this video ends, let me plug in. If you're in Cebu and you are planning to avail dental services, so I will recommend one. The name of the dental clinic is Prime Care Dental Center. So it's one of the new clinics that opened in Cebu. I will put the information here para makita ninyo. It's really a nice clinic, and ang dentist kay mga maayo, mga bata, but they're really good. So every time we go home for our holiday in the Philippines, magpakliling mi sa ila before when they were in their previous jobs, but now na sila own clinic. So again, if you have time, if you want to avail their services, na sila mga discounts at the moment. So if you're in Cebu, these are the numbers. These are the numbers, and yeah, call them and visit the place. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And what will I say? As I always, when I end up this video, I always say, keep on dreaming and work on it, because nothing is impossible sa isa ka tawo nga naningkamot. That is proven. Alright, so thank you so much. I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.